Okay, ready, Char? We're going to talk about how to find out what kind of tree you can plant with the nuts that you found outside of the park today.
I know.
Okay, wait, we have to talk about information
Okay.
first. Okay, let's look at the nut first. So my question is, what kind of tree does this nut come from? Let's see if we can figure it out together by asking some questions and gathering information, okay? Okay. All right, so here is, can you show us your nut? Show us the nut. Okay, where did you find that nut?
On the ground,
Where was it by?
trees,
And was it inside or outside?
outside,
Okay. What was the ground like?
woody,
Woody? What kind of, what do you mean?
wood broken up and dirt on the ground.
We're broken up with dirt on the ground, okay? Can you put your corn dog down for a sec so we can talk? Okay. Okay, and how many was there a lot? One? What did you find?
A million.
There's lots and lots of those nuts on the
There
ground?
was 182.
There was? Okay. And was the ground wet? Was it dry? What was it like?
It was, the dirt was wet.
Okay. And how do you think all those nuts got on the ground?
They fell.
From what?
A nut tree.
Were any of those nut trees around?
There were lots of nut trees.
Were they small or huge?
Huge.
They didn't seem too big, the ones that we saw out there. Maybe like a medium-sized tree? And I noticed that they didn't have any leaves on them right now. Why do you think they don't have any leaves on them right now?
Because the leaves are still growing.
You think maybe they have, maybe because it's winter time. Hang on one sec. During winter time, do the trees have leaves or no leaves?
No leaves.
Why do you think?
Because the weight of the snow will make it fall.
They could, yeah. And maybe remember during fall time, what happens to the leaves?
They turn orange and then fall.
Yeah. And then what season comes up after fall? When all the leaves fall, then what happens in the sky and in the weather?
It snows.
And what season is that?
Winter.
Right. So all the trees right now don't have leaves on them because they all fell off in the fall, and they're dormant and they're asleep right now in the winter. So when the sun comes out again in the spring and summer, all the leaves will start growing back on those branches again, right? So can you put your corn dog down for a second? Okay, let's look at your nut again. So so we found out so far there was a bunch of them on the ground, but the trees didn't have leaves on them. So I wonder what is it that why do you think those nuts were all on the ground? Let's ask that question. Sit down, please. Why were all those nuts fall? Why do they fall off? What happens to them after they fall off?
You can pick them.
But why do they fall off in nature? What is it that they do? What do nuts do or seeds do?
Grow trees.
Right. So why did these fall off of the tree in the wintertime into the ground? What happens when they go in the ground?
So they can grow trees.
Right, so they go into the dirt, the soil below the trees. That way they can grow more trees.
Mommy,
Yeah.
we dug up nuts in the ground for secret hiding place, and they'll grow a nut tree.
Right. Do you know what kind of tree those kinds of acorns grow on? Do you think it's let's see, a pine tree? Or a oak tree? So, an oak tree? Where have you seen an oak tree with acorns on them before? Do you remember?
Nowhere.
At Bass Lake at Grandma Robin's house, they have a lot of those acorns on the ground because they have oak trees, and those oak trees drop those nuts or seeds down on the ground so they can make more trees. What kind of animals, almost done, what kind of animals do you think like those?
I know, acorns. Today we were pretending we were acorns and opening those.
Oh, acorns are what those are. That's the name of those seeds. But what kind of animal likes to eat those, you think?
Squirrels.
Right. So what do you think will happen to all those nuts?
They'll be eaten and grow into a tree.
Right, and what happens when the animals eat them? What happens to the seeds? Can they still grow more trees once the animals eat them?
When you go to the bathroom.
That's right, into the ground. And all those fertilizer from their poop goes into the ground and it makes another tree. So in the springtime, we'll have to come back over here and see if there's any little trees sprouting from all the nuts that fell down.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's answer our question then. Why did all the seeds fall to the ground?
Because it was winter.
And then what happens?
You go into the ground and grow a tree.
Right. Or they get eaten by,
A squirrel.
and then what does the squirrel do?
Go to the bathroom and then it grows a tree.
Right, okay, show us your acorn one more time. After we're done here, we'll open it up and see what's inside.
Okay.
Okay, all right, bye. Thanks for the information today.